in a world crying out for a top 10 show. John Roca and Matt Nost are here to bring you the top 10. Take it away, boys. Welcome, everybody, to the Top 10 Show Extra Patreon Content. Yeah, is that what we're calling it? I don't know. I'm trying to come up with stuff on the fly. It's been a long day.
Well, it's a recap and review.
A recap and review of
there you go.
John Wick Parabellum. John Wick 3, Chapter 3, Parabellum, to get the title right.
Good on you.
A lot going on in that title.
There is. And how far this Parabellum goes, how many more movies.
Right.
This was the biggest opening, I think, of any of the three.
It was massive.
Well, I saw somewhere this is the first $100 million opening for Keanu in a long time.
Yep.
I mean, his movies may eventually get there, but
Yeah.
It's been a while since he had that first weekend, it dominated.
Yeah.
And good for him. It's spoilers, by the way, spoilers.
Yeah, we're going to be reviewing this movie for the next few minutes, 20 minutes, probably around 20 minutes. And then, if you haven't seen the movie, do not waste your time listening to this. Thank you for the download.
As we always say.
Yeah, go see the movie, then come on back and hit play.
Or the view on YouTube, we really appreciate it.
Exactly.
And if YouTube, it's got to go for a little while, why don't you just hit mute on that and let it play in the background as you move on to something else and make sure that we get that view. It's all going to be spoilers, so we are going to talk about this movie.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Haven't stopped thinking about it since I've seen it and really want to go back and trying to find some time in my busy-ass schedule to go back and see it because these movies are rare. Shoot 'em up, fun movies that are enjoyable, and especially third installments in a series are really rare.
Yeah.
And so, there's no Crank 3 coming. So this is fantastic for what it was, and I think it rivals even the first one, and certainly puts the second one out of your mind, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, I wanted them to do exactly what they did. Hey, why don't you go back to that fun world you already had and exist out of that, which they did so well.
Yeah.
So well. I have two favorite parts. What are yours?
Okay. Certainly the horse situation. The entire horse scene is incredible. Like from beginning to when they go into the stall, to what the horses do, to when they get on the horse, and then the whole horse gun fu that happens is incredible. And then the fight with the two raid guys are probably my favorite.
That's interesting.
Two scenes.
Two very different favorite spots.
Yeah.
But I liked both of those scenes, especially the respect he shows to the raid guys. Like, we'll be seeing each other again.
Exactly. That's why there's a fourth one coming. Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. They pulled out all the stops on this. You bring up the horses. There's dogs. There's motorcycles. They pulled out every action stop of if this is the last one, we're going out with a blaze of glory.
Right. We're ballerinas. There's a whole night.
Yeah. There's the whole thing.
Yeah. My
two favorite, the knife scene. When they keep breaking the glass.
Yeah.
When he throws like 5 straight and finally the one goes into the head, me and I think everybody all around me just couldn't process it, much like seeing the raid the first time, and I just started laughing.
That's what you do.
It's like, oh man. Just ridiculous, over the top.
There's no other logical reaction.
No, it was so good. And it was so like the people right next to me did the same thing.
Yeah.
I was like, exactly. That is the whole point of this. The action is so obscene that it just elicits that. It's not real.
Yeah.
None of this is real. And then when so Wick, they're wearing that bulletproof armor at the very end.
Yeah.
And Wick and the Mater D, what are we calling him? He's not the manager.
Right, the guy in charge, the front desk
he's not
receptionist.
A Mater D either.
Yeah, right. The front desk receptionist guy? Yeah.
The concierge.
Concierge. I think concierge
But
is
he's
fair.
a little bit more than a concierge because he's kind of running the place, doing
kind of
day-to-day.
hands-on, yeah.
A little bit.
He's office manager.
But they have to walk back in the vault, and then like armor-piercing ammo and Ian McShane's just sitting there, and when they walk in, he just lifts his drink to him, just like, I'm enjoying myself in here.
Yeah.
Things are going to play out. I know, look, I either die or I win. Those are the two outcomes.
Whatever happens is going to happen.
They're just like armor-piercing slugs. Boom, they come in, they restock, and they go right back out, and he just tips his key, tea or whatever the fuck it is, right back at him. It's like, when the comedy worked for me, it worked really well.
Yeah.
I left it that. I was surprised I liked the line of, that was a pretty good fight, wasn't it? But it did make me...
Oh, yeah. Mark Dacascos deserves a lot. I hope that's how you say his name, or Dacascos. Deserves a lot of credit for playing the villain in the movie. He was really good.
Yeah.
And the fight scenes with him were fantastic. That guy's a celebrity. He's a chef. Fucking Iron Chef. That's him.
I couldn't place it. I was like, where do I know this guy from?
Yeah, he's used to seeing him with hair. So being bald is something over the last few years that he's kind of embraced. But he used to have a lot of black hair when he did Iron Chef. And so him stepping into this role, I was really surprised because every moment was perfect when he was being a fan. And then when he was fighting him, there was no perfect both ways. I enjoyed it.
Well, when he's on the couch and he's sitting on the edge.
Yeah.
He's sitting in this posture to assert dominance. And you can see, though, that's when he fanboys out a little bit. And then after Wick leaves, he slinks into the corner of the couch. Right. So that bravado is all an act. I mean, he's trying to constantly size himself up. Yeah. How good was Boban?
Oh, yeah. How about Boban, man?
This huge lumber, its jaws without the teeth. It's fantastic.
He's a scary dude, man.
He is.
The book. Oh, my God.
In the context of the scene, acted a fine, job. He did a fine job.
Absolutely.
Over and over. It was like the Halle Berry part to me was interesting.
I liked it for what it was. And I thought Halle did a nice job.
Sure.
Which I don't always think Halle does a nice job, but I thought she did a nice job with this role. The German Shepherd stuff was played really well. I thought the guy from Game of Thrones, the accent was terrible.
Weird. It was so weird.
Yeah, that's you cast a guy like that and he comes to you and goes, well, I want to try an accent. And you're just like, fuck. I hope it wasn't Stalsky telling him to try, the director telling him to try that accent, because that was terrible.
But they clearly spent the bulk of their money in stunts.
Oh,
so maybe it was a second AD doing a bunch of his close-ups and whatnot. Be like, listen, I got this horse thing today, so why don't you just do this simple guy doing an accent? You can do the close-ups on that.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
We don't have time to shoot that.
Yeah.
I don't, at least. Because clearly that's the entire focus of this movie.
Yeah. Did you like the person who was in charge of making all the deals and the
from Billions?
Yeah, from Billions. You have to say they, right? You can't say he or she. The pronoun is
I believe
they.
So.
Did you like them in the movie?
The problem with that performance is now it just makes me think, okay, are you going to turn it to John Barenthal for me?
Right.
Or are you going to only play this type of character?
Yes.
Because now it's 2 for 2. You're doing roughly the same thing.
Does she play the same thing in do they play the same thing in Billions?
Yes, but it's more, I don't want to say autistic, but it's very focused on certain aspects and pinpointing, like having a cold, calculated way to look at everything.
Yeah.
So that same dispassionate, when she's in there, you can see she feels a little bit more terror, I guess, in this role, because they're all murders and whatnot.
Right.
But it's roughly the same. It's like Barenthal. Dude, you're really good at it.
Yes, he is.
But that's the only gear I've kind of seen from you. There are slight variations.
Yeah.
But, man, I hope one day somebody gives you something, because there's good acting chops to do that.
I don't know. I didn't like them that much in the movie. I didn't believe a lot of their scenes, and I didn't feel dread or fear or anything from.
Not really.
Yeah, I didn't feel they were really that dangerous, and I feel like the same thing with Ruby Rose in the second film and Adrian Palicki in the first film. I'm like, I get what you're trying to do, but if you're really badass, it comes through. You don't have to play it. It comes through. Yeah. And I felt like they weren't badass, and they were trying to be with the slow delivery of the lines and the dialogue and the cocking of the head. All that is that's actor speak for trying to play tough instead of be tough. And I like how, and the same thing happened with Ruby Riott the last film. Same thing. It was just frustrating because, like, Wick. Look, Keanu is not a badass guy, but he is a badass guy. He doesn't radiate badass. Yeah. When he's running like a husk, the way he runs like a dog, like that dog. He runs with the husk. It's really well done. You're just like, oh, this guy can handle himself. He does not waste movement. He looks and acts a certain way. And what have you. So I like that about him. So he doesn't radiate. Like Lawrence Fishburne. Fishburne wasn't like trying to be a badass. He's like, this is what I do. This is who I am. I have my pigeons.
Yeah, but he is a king.
He is a king. So he doesn't have to act like a badass. And if she's going to talk, if they are going to talk down to him, they need to convey that.
Yeah, I mean, normally
it's a nitpicky thing.
No, it's something that I fault superhero movies for. Just like whether or not I believe Ultron ever remotely had a chance. Not really. Mm-hmm. Not really. It didn't seem like he was as formidable as other opponents.
Yeah.
So it does happen there. But in this one, the whole time you're like, I'm just waiting for your comeuppance. Yeah. So when is it coming?
Yeah.
So it didn't bother me that she wasn't menacing because I was like, the story's really not about you.
Yeah, right.
It's about him versus the order of things and why he's forced to live below the table and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
But they were the driving force for this all happening because they represented the table.
Unseen,
right.
Who eventually he's going to have to go after. He went from the man from No Time, whatever that Middle Eastern dude was.
Yeah, Saeed Tamagui, who did who was in Wonder Woman. He was one of the guys in Wonder Woman.
Yeah, one of her crew.
Yep, one of her crew. Good actor. I love that guy.
Yeah.
I hope I get to interview him someday.
But he's the one that sits above the high table, so he's already fucked with him. So does he come back now because Wick isn't keeping to his agreement?
And didn't they know Wick was going to break the agreement? Like, I feel like they kind of knew Wick was going to break the agreement, but it was still fun to go through the motions.
Maybe they didn't assume he would break it that quickly because it was... like
he did cut off his
ring finger is just now not looking like a pulsating disgustingness 12 hours later.
That's a Yakuza move, by the way.
It is.
Thing. I was surprised by that. But yeah, so we've got more to do in this fourth installment is coming. Did you like the ending? Did you know that Ian was going to shoot him, and did you think that he suspected that he would survive?
I knew he would survive.
Okay.
Did I assumed from McShane's delivery that he knew he hadn't killed him,
right?
Because he knows he knows who he is dealing with,
yeah.
And he could sell it to him later on. It was the only way to get you out of that situation where we're having this conversation to this day,
right?
It's still us against them, trust me. But the only way to get you out of there,
is to do this thing.
Is to do this,
right?
Because we have to hand your scalp over, otherwise the gains we made will be nullified,
right?
So you took two, one in the gut, one in the.
And I think they laid the groundwork
with the doctor.
Yeah, that they both knew where to shoot.
A great scene.
Yeah,
the second one
scene.
when he just points.
Oh my God!
Don't right above the bing, just goes down. Oh. But they didn't go for overt comedy.
No,
it was just like they would know I gave you the medicine. You're like, it's a great way to let me know that character exists in this world as one of the good guys. Through simple action.
He's another Matrix person too, because he's the key master. Yeah.
Something or other.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll bring back Hugo Weaving into the fourth one. That would be kind of awesome.
Why not?
Certainly, the raid guys are coming back. So we don't know how that's going to play out. But that was a blast. That fight was insane, insane, and Keanu ain't young. So that kind of battle probably takes a shit ton out of you.
I need to see it again, but in the scene where he keeps getting punched through all the glass displays,
good God.
It's 1, it's 2, and it's like at least 4. I think it was the third one. You could tell that Keanu had to wait a beat to set up for the kick to come back around, or they had to wait for him to reset up or something. There's a slight hesitation, like
there is.
Because it's a hell of a take. It's a hell of a take, and he's a guy in his late 40s.
Yeah, dude. That ain't easy.
Yeah. That is not easy.
No, I think he is in his 50s, early 50s or late 40s. Yeah, right.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, it was fantastic what he was able to do for a guy his age.
Over and over, but I mean, he runs with a dude that has gotten his ass kicked a lot.
Yeah,
there are certain points where he's running, and you're like, that doesn't look healthy. Like, you're supposed to bend more a certain way when he gets going a little bit.
Oh yeah.
He almost looks like a grizzly when it gets on its back legs and starts barreling. It's I wonder how many more they'll churn out of this. Although if Liam Neeson could do it at an even older age, Keanu's fine.
Yeah, sir. That's a good point.
Yeah, and Keanu learned it at a younger age too.
Yeah, true.
With Matrix and all that jazz.
Yeah, I was watching because I saw Cold Pursuit twice. Really not a good movie. In my opinion. Did you like it? Did you see it?
I enjoyed it because it is, while embracing what it is lampooning the style of what it does.
Yeah, okay.
Because as soon as it makes like a stupid commentary of a cliched thing, they turn around and they have to do it to progress their story. So they're owning up to this is a by the numbers, and I was like, I like it for that fact.
Okay.
A lot of the overt, wah, 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 kind of things were like, all right, I get it. Yeah. And other ones I thoroughly enjoyed. It's like, it's a ballsy move. I like it. It went back and forth.
Okay.
Them fighting in front of the snowplow and then getting tired.
Yes.
I like that.
That was believable.
Moment. Yeah.
Sure. But the guy was such a, over-the-top villain.
Oh, ridiculous.
What was the point of that?
And the two warring factions behind. We don't want to spoil too much, but they were both caricatures of bullshit like that.
I was so surprised by that. Because I think there were moments of seriousness, and then it was stupid lampooning stuff.
The exterior, like all the street shots, were shot in where my parents live.
Oh, wow.
In Steamboat Springs.
Oh, okay.
So we were watching it and just, because Catherine came with me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think it's kind of making fun of these. I don't know if you'll like this.
Right.
And she was like, meh. at the end of it.
Yeah.
Which is, better. I don't know if she would have liked John Wick 3.
Well, you didn't take her to this? No. Parabellum. Okay.
No, went with a buddy. Because
Okay,
this is just dumb action.
This is dude stuff.
It is.
Absolutely.
It's just like you want to see a bunch of really well choreographed, crazy ways that people are going to die.
Yeah.
Ridiculous marksmanship and
Right.
I mean, it's not like Wanted where you're whipping the pistol and somehow that puts extra English on the fucking bullet. That's how that works. It's already rifled, so it's already spinning. So you're counteracting that spin somehow? I think not, friend.
That's so good.
But for the sake of action, I don't know if she would have enjoyed it or not, so I didn't even ask her.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If it's superhero, sometimes she's, all right, I'll go see that. But
right.
If it's just like, this is just a lot of action.
Yeah.
No,
it's not your jam.
No, there's no point.
Did you like that it went out into because were you worried when it started to go out of the country like it did the second one? Were you like, oh no, here we go, it's going to be ridiculous? Or did you buy it going, climbing the sand dunes to this constellation and blah, blah, blah?
Yeah.
Were you okay with that?
Well, having to go to Casablanca.
Yeah.
And that was cool because I was like, oh, they shot the exteriors. What reminds me of Marrakesh?
Oh, yeah.
Do they have a lot of the same? That's what I got sucked into that aspect
Yeah,
of it
that's
for a little
fair.
while. I was like, oh, what do we got going over here?
I think you negotiated with that guy.
I negotiated with a lot of dudes.
I'm sure
a
you
lot
did.
of dudes,
I'm
man.
sure you did.
One dude pissed me off so much, it was over a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Because he was asking a crazy amount. And I was like, dude, I will give you 100. It's, what is it, denarii?
Yeah,
I'll give you
denarii.
100 denarii. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Beyond that, which is $10 roughly.
Right.
With the exchange, I think it was like 9 and change at that point. And he wanted $28. And I was like, you're out of your fucking mind. And I
Yeah.
started to walk away and he came around 15. And then I was like, dude, 10 or leave it.
Yeah.
It's a bad t-shirt. There's 50 shops.
Yeah.
I know I can get it for 10. So eventually I gave him the 10. He was like, as he saw me rifling through, gave him the $10, whatever, the 100. He was like, how about an extra 20? No, the sale is complete. I've already handed the money. You gave me the t-shirt. He's just like, how about an extra 20? No.
20 denarii.
Yeah, just for the sake of it. Just for the shits and giggles.
Just so he could look at himself
But
in
he
the
was
mirror.
pissed the whole time. He wasn't making eye contact with me. He was just looking down at it. I had a few more 20s on me. It's like, not going to fucking happen. Even though it's $2.
Yeah.
Not going to fucking happen, man. That's never. What interaction do you have?
Yeah.
And my wife was like, I can't believe you didn't just not give him the money and walk away with the t-shirt. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. It's the only thing I got myself.
You negotiate what you can negotiate. There's nothing wrong with that.
We did well on other things. We did actual
sure.
negotiations. We got a nice window from a Riyadh.
Oh.
And it's beautiful. It's a few hundred years old. And we brought that home and we're waiting to... we put a bid in on a house. We're going into escrow.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Is it close? Is it the one you were talking about?
It's the one where once you saw her last Sunday, was that?
Yes.
It was the one we had just seen.
Okay.
We were like, we think we saw property we actually like.
Right. Did you both together like?
Yes.
Yeah, good. All right, great.
Yeah. It took forever. Well, not really forever, but
Right.
I went to, in person, at least 25 houses.
Good God.
At least.
Wow.
Well, I was on board. It's like, let's find a place we both love if we're
course.
going to do this.
Are you going to stack it together? How long is it going to take you to move now? You got to pack all this shit up. This is going to take weeks.
It's beyond that, then we have to do home inspections and plumbing inspection, electrical, foundation, et cetera. So I get 17 days to finish that.
Yeah.
And then finish escrow in 13 days or some jazz.
Right.
And then just like...
Holy mackerel.
Yeah, on top of we need to figure out our moving schedule.
Yeah.
And all that other fun stuff. Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
Well, so that's the exchange for finding something you want to move into. So that's good. That's good. I'm happy for you, man. That's good because you've been talking about it for quite some time.
I know.
So it's nice you got there. Maybe they'll shoot John Wick 4 there or something.
We're available to have the place rented out. That's not a problem. And if you
Bring
make
it
that
to
happen,
LA.
hey, look, if you make that happen, there's 10% in it for you. All right, I'm just throwing that your way.
Yeah, let's get my beak wet. Just let me get my beak wet.
Exactly. If you can help me make that happen, I have no problem giving you 10%.
Let me speak with Keanu's people and see if we can make that happen.
Speak with Bobon's people. He knows
that's
them.
good point.
We got other options in.
He hasn't come to L.A. yet. Wick hasn't, right? Because it's been mostly New York based and then out of the country. He hasn't been much in the West Coast, I don't think.
True.
From what I can recall.
All
right. Anything more you want to say about the movie?
No, I would say if you like anything remotely like this,
Yeah.
that it's so good. Even the moments where I'm like, don't really care as much through this 10 minutes or whatnot,
Right.
it immediately gets you back.
Did you Do you think it's better than the first one, or do you think it's on par?
I need to see the first one again.
Okay.
Because this one's so fresh.
Okay.
I don't really want to do that.
Did you like Angelica Houston? Her
Yeah.
character? Yeah, I thought she did all right.
Yeah, I thought she did fine. It was nice to see her again. It's been a while.
Yeah. Yep. That woman can act.
She really can.
Yep.
Even in movies that are just like, meh, okay.
Yeah.
She's always good in it. It's the Gary Oldman. She's always solid.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, no matter. Although I think she has a better track record than Gary, because Gary
I think so.
was only offered, I guess, certain stuff.
Well, she was rarely a lead, so that makes sense. But I would say that. I agree with that completely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up. That's our review of John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, brought to you by the Top 10 Show. Anything you want to say to wrap up?
Well, to those on Patreon, because you get to hear this first, thank you so much for supporting us.
Thank
if
you.
you'd like to get this a week earlier, you can join us at patreon.com/the top 10 with the number 10. And
there you go.
Sign up there, and you'll get access to this at the $10 level, on top of all kinds of other stuff. Like last week, we dropped the second live Chicago show. That's up for only Patreon. We have no idea when that's going on the regular feed.
Also known as the Drunk Roca Show. Yes.
Yeah. At the very end, you just closed. You're the last message of it.
Yeah, what did I say?
And you just go, dude, I'm so exhausted. And it just cuts. Because that's the last thing on the recording. I didn't edit that. It goes there, and that's when the track stops.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? I could cut that out, but I think that is indicative of where you were at mentally by the end. It seems too good to leave out.
That's perfect. That's great. All right, cool. Well, you can follow Matt at Matt Nost. Follow me at The Roca Says, and this is the kind of content you get when you're a patron. So thanks, everybody, for doing that. And if you're a new patron, welcome aboard.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. So, yeah, we've gotten all kinds of new people lately. It is fantastic, and we thank all of you. And we do shout outs at the end of the month, so you will hear your name of the newly joined.
Kaboom!
And thank you very much to everybody that does that there and follows us on the road. We're actually working on some new T-shirt designs. If anybody has an idea, a singular moment, like give us something from the show, like the boat is in the water or whatever. Somebody sent us one the other day that we both like. We're doing this dance again.
Yeah.
And we might, we're taking all ideas. So just submit us what I love from last week's show is this. Put it on Facebook, on Twitter, whatnot, where we can see it. Yeah. And we'll start to cull these ideas. Boom, churning out some T-shirts for you.
It's a good word, cull. That's what we'll do.
That's what we're going to do.
All right, everybody, take care. We'll talk to you next time on the Top 10 Show.